And welcome back, everybody. Aesop Grimm here, and this is the continuation of our Mass Effect Legendary series. This is Chronicle number 1 for that series. We're playing Mass Effect 1. And black screen should be done now. I messed up. I meant to upload a video last night, and I flat out forgot. So it's uploading right now. Should be available this afternoon. You guys will already be... This is the, future me talking. And so you will already have seen that, but... just letting you know that we're on episode 18. I think it's episode 16 that's uploading right now to go live. And I just kind of blanked that for some reason last night. Probably because I'm excited about the playoffs. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. We got a playoff game coming up against the San Francisco 49ers. It's a good matchup. It's an old rivalry between these two teams. So anytime we play San Fran in the playoffs, that's a treat. Both fan bases really do enjoy it. And so I'm excited about that. I'm really kind of find myself hoping that we don't get blown out. I'm a little bit nervous about how my team has performed in the last month of the season, whereas I think San Fran's gotten better. But enough about that. Last episode, we ended up sparing the life of the Rachni Queen. I just could not bring myself. That was a funny... You watched that process happen out loud and live. Like, I just was not able to go through with it. And a lot of that I banked on. I kind of explained it a little bit and basically told you just got to trust me on this. It's not something I can explain. A lot of it was based off of Liara's strong reaction, how I read her body language, all of that stuff. I'm looking at that real time and I have an intuition regarding it. And she convinced me. So we'll see if that was the right move or if Shepard / me we played the simp, simping for Liara. We'll find out. Okay, let's go in here. I just went through the equipment and kind of updated people. It was something I did not look at and I should have. I need to make sure that people are loaded up on their best ammunition. Let's see, incendiary rounds do what? In fact, I'm going to put you on pause while I go through this. I'm just going to load up ammo, guys. Alright, guys. And I got everybody set up for ammo and the mods they're using. Mostly I'm just kind of going with whatever highest class I have, because I'm not really sure how to min-max that. But I also noticed we have level ups. So we got 8 points here. And I'm gonna go barrier. I'm gonna max this out. Increases the duration and shield strength of barrier. Okay, so now bolsters your shields with a biotic barrier that will absorb up to 1,000 points of damage, 23 seconds, 40-second recharge time, accuracy cost 80%. Okay. So I have 3 points to spend. We can go up and pistols, which I find I'm using a little bit more than my shotgun. I'm starting to learn how to use shotgun a little bit better. Maybe I'll go ahead and go with this. It gets me to advanced carnage. It is supposed to be the primary. So, there we go. So that increased the blast area. Projectile inflicting damage equal to 225% of weapon DPS to any enemy within 2.5 meters of its impact. Purges weapon heat on use. Okay. This is the other option. Weapon and melee damage. Melee damage going up a bunch. Okay, we're going to probably need to be putting points into that soon. And I haven't done anything with throw. Warp is the thing that I'm focusing on. Okay, Liara. With 9 points to spend. Stasis might be nice. No, wait. I think I remembered reading something where they don't actually use stasis, the AI. What is it that unlocks singularity? Right there, warp. We're definitely putting 1 point into that. And I'm going to go ahead and dump the rest into singularity because this thing is awesome. Increases the radius and duration of singularity and allows you to use it more often. Yeah. Radius is 6.25 meters, duration 6 seconds, recharge time 50 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Creates vortex at its impact point that draws objects towards it. Okay, so we have 1 point to spend. Let's up the Asari scientist. It looks like I can't at this point. So we'll dump it into first aid. All right, going over to Garrus, we have 5 points. And probably... Oh, can I mine? Oh, look at that. Oh, I wish. No. I thought I could take him out. Dang. Okay, let's dump into sniper rifles. Well, we could finish off assault rifles. No, I'm going to balance it out. Increases assassination damage bonus. Okay. All right, so we're set. Oh, also, I looked at the key bindings and I checked Google and stuff, so it's G for grenades, and it's a little different in this game. They're not impact-oriented. They're on a 10-second timer, or you can remote detonate them at any moment within that 10 seconds by hitting the G key again. Those of you who are playing on a platform like PlayStation or Xbox, I can't help you. I think the thing I looked up on the internet actually was from a platforming perspective, and I think it said the X key. Okay, where do we go next? Actually, what am I supposed to be doing? Mission complete. Pharos would be next. What else is going on here? Is there anything else I need to look at? Head to the Newton system. Okay. So... Hot Labs, Science Station, Tram. Guys, I'm going to have to put you on pause again because I want to run around here and make sure that there's not anything. I need to clear these areas and just make sure there's nothing else that I'm forgetting that I need to go check out. So I'm going to pause you right now. Okay, I did a quick run around and it does look like we've covered everything. These elevators are no longer accessible. There's nothing else to find. Where are we at? We're here. There's nothing else to find back here. Yeah. Yeah, this is where I was. And I think this area right here was non-accessible anymore. I didn't really find my way through here, I don't think. Can't get the map to move. There we go. But I think maybe we're done with all that. Pretty certain about it. So we're going to press on. The team's starting to look a little bit better. We need new armor for Liara, but she's brand spanking new.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
don't remember what's significant about the Mu relay. Is that the place that she told us we needed to go?
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
Oh, feisty. I totally want to do a playthrough where we romance Ashley. I told you guys at the beginning that I was really waffling on that really hard, but decided that Liara is like the prototype for this game. So I am plenty fine with the decision, but I am curious about Ashley as a script, changing the script in this game for what happens with Shepard. All right. Let's just let's be calm here. Shepard, I don't know, would know this, but us as a narrator having an overarching view of this game, what do they call that? It's a literary device where the narrator provides you information that the characters themselves may not be aware of, and it's called an omniscient narrator. It means you know everything. Omniscient. That means knows all knowledge. And so I want to say calm down, because I think we have flaring female hormones going on here. So they're already reaching peak temperatures. We want to not add to that. We want to be a base to that acid.
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
This is a tough mission. We're all on edge.
Yeah.
Everyone go get some rest. Crew, dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
And then release the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
Not my problem. That's about the smallest, most narrow scope, non-future looking answer I could think of. Let's go with they won't.
This queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
Yeah, to be sure, it was a risky decision. That's why I was really trying hard to go with the just whack her right there. I just man, I couldn't do it, man. I believed her. Ah, gosh, am I the sucker? You know, there's this old phrase. I'm not going to get it right because I'm not a big poker player or anything, but it's something like, it was in the movie Rounders. Matt Damon says this line. He says that when you sit down at the table to play, if you can't spot the sucker within the first 5 minutes, then you're it.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, all same
Carry
stuff
on,
there.
Presley.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, this is the dialogue video for the SSV Normandy. So what we need to do is we need to get below decks. We need to talk to our people. We need to go through and arm up people that we haven't been bringing with us. And then we need to decide where we're going next. I don't think he's going to have anything new to say.
Anything you need, Commander?
Yeah.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Nothing there, no new dialogue. This is our locker. I don't need to access that. Cryo or escape pods, I should say. I think our Shepard turned out looking really good. I like that he looks like Shepard to me.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Wow.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger.
I think we've heard this.
We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
Oh.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Maybe we'll start bringing Rex along in place of Garrus.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Okay, so let's look at our lockers here. Liara should be taken care of. I want to look at Rex first. There we go. Okay, Rex, I don't have any weapons for you. We can load you up with some mods. Let's give you probably... I think stability would be good for the shotgun. Okay, then, oh, did I not? Hold on, what did I give you? Let's actually go heat sink. On the shotgun, I want stability. Where was that at? Was it high caliber? No. Oh, it was the recoil damper, huh? I thought I had a higher level of that, though. Let's see, a shotgun. I guess I'll go with this one. And give armor piercing class 3. Okay, over on the pistol, sure, armor piercing class 3. Let's just kind of be quick about this. Maybe a heat sink would be good. I kind of like to load combat sensors up with the pistols. Okay, on the sniper, we'll give you probably maybe go phasic with improved sighting. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, anything else? Biotic amp, and then can't load you up with anything yet. Armor plating plus 9% damage protection. I think I'd rather have kinetic 4 up for him. Motorized joints would be a good one too. Okay. Looking at tally, let's just kind of go quickly with these. Get her something, because we're not going to really bring her. Well, hold on, go back. Class 3. She's on a class 3 there, so we'll go back. Over here on pistol, she's got class 2. Everything's already class 2. And we'll give her high caliber 3. Armor piercing, we're already good there. And on mods, we're at heatsink 3, so we're good there. Okay. The rest of this stuff, I'm gonna omni-gel it. When we bring these people out on missions, we should be able to upgrade them fairly quickly. We'll keep these. No, I'm gonna get rid of all class 2. I'll keep the class 3. Stimulant pack 3. I'll go shield 4. Okay, and in keeping with the, well, these are I'd more likely use Ashley. And give her medium armor right away. Give her a kinetic 4. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and talk to her.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute.
Oh,
Later,
man. See,
Tell
that's
me you
neat
didn't
stuff.
Hear that.
Your sister, I assume?
Until I get home and kill her. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? To Sony?
Oh my gosh, man. I kind of, I'm going to be torn between these two the whole time. I'm seeing a lot of personality here with Ashley, and that would be I think, a really good dialogue system to explore. But alas, we are with Liara, period. So, let's we know what's going on here. Let's just go, why is that?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her.
What?
I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
Oh, man, that's under. Look, this chick's tough, man. That's below the belt, Ashley.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course,
She
could
caught
be
me.
Politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Oh, man, she's feisty. She outmaneuvered me on that one, too. How do I counter that? I don't have to confess to that. No, I don't want to say mind your protocol. None of these other options counter it, so I guess I'll just let it go. I don't want to go tell me about your family either, though. That draws us closer. It can't here.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time.
She's a military brat.
He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
So, as a military brat, that means that she's going to have a pretty wide scope on, well, I was going to say on other cultures, which I think would still be true even if it was just with humans. Her horizons, she should have a broad understanding of how people work, or in this game, sentient beings. Everybody calls her a racist. I don't think she's a racist. But she does say things in some pretty blunt ways.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
I don't want to go tell me about it.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Are we smart and cultured? What's this crap? Bored now. Let's just go right here.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around.
Yeah.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Well, your secret's safe with us. She's a female in the military. There are things that she has to do, or she maybe feels pressured to do, to show that she can hack it, right? That's just that's a part of it.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
So behave. Oh, see, man, there's just always... Look, you want to take care of your crew, you want to find out about them. The thing that's going to happen here for Shepard, he's in a conundrum. I can already see how this is going to unfold. It's partly because of me, but we're going to wrap this into Shepard, right? How do you get to know your crew when one of them, there's some real obvious chemistry going on, right? And most of us have experienced something like this before, I would think. You get into some murky gray area where you're trying to, as the boss, as the ranking member here, you, well, I don't want to give people the wrong impression. It's not like I've been down these roads myself, but I've seen stuff like this happen, or in other areas of my life, I've been in areas where there was maybe some natural chemistry, but it was inappropriate for one reason or another. And so how do you safeguard both of you? Somebody's got to take that torch. Somebody's got to be responsible in that area, right? So that's what I'm seeing happen here. So what are we going to do here? She just said, so behave. That's a signal. I
thought you said he was dead.
Oh, that was dumb.
You know, from heaven, wherever that is. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Man, that was kind of neat. They give you options. I like when games allow you to pick whatever dialogue. Like, we probably could have gone down if I was an atheist. I'm not. That's why I picked I believe in God too, right? But the game gave you a branch if you are an atheist. If you think that stuff is nonsense and fairy tales and you mock it and you're like, what in the world are you talking about? You could have done that. And Ashley would have had some kind of a response to that. That's good writing. That's really good writing. Let's go ahead and say goodbye for now. We have to, I want to reiterate, we got 3 games to play. There appears like there's going to be this murky area of tension when it comes to how close Shepard and Ashley are, how they navigate the fact that there is some chemistry, but maybe not enough to get together or whatever it is, right? That's going to be neat for this series, I think. I don't know for sure. I'm intrigued. Gosh, this game's really well written.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Let's roll. Man, this is a neat game. There's all kinds of little human dilemmas going on here, huh?
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts. Organs, mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
40, okay.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
Quads.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Yeah? Go on.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body.
Oh, wow.
Some of them fresh.
That's why I freaked out.
These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
Wow.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway, and just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
Huh. I'm gonna go you're right. I don't really know if that's the right answer. I'm assuming what he's saying is true, that those hostages were spent lives. See, I don't know everything here. If we rescued them and got them away from him, are their lives restored? Is the whole problem just because they're under him? Or has their biology been so jacked up that they're already dead men walking? To listen to Garrus, it sounds like they're dead men walking regardless.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Yeah, I didn't really like that response too much. Okay.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Okay. Alright, and now it is, well, we have another room to check. I think Tali's down here.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Now, there is no ambiguity with Tali. With this particular Shepard, we're going to be like a father figure to her. I don't want to be daddy. She's an adult. She needs to be an adult, right? But I do want to be a mentor.
What are you hoping to find?
Usually, people bring back something like a derelict ship we can use for salvage. But I need something bigger. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board.
Okay.
He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
Yeah, see, that's something I learned. Like, I grew up, I don't want to say completely impoverished, but I was lower middle class. And there was one particular place that was kind of hard on me, but also an eye-opening experience. And that was, I lived in a really rough part of town, but the whole rest of the town was filled with doctors and lawyers. So a lot of wealthy kids that I went to school with, but I lived in the cocaine district, right? The crack neighborhood. Something I learned while I was there was that everybody has an uphill battle. Everybody. So, you know, as I grew up and I started seeing more and more evidence of this, and just because you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth doesn't mean that you don't have your own challenges to face. And often people who grew up on the wrong side of the tracks, so to speak, have no earthly idea about what kind of challenges wealthy people, the kids of wealthy people, face. They have this idea that your whole life was just, you haven't had to be tough, you haven't had to face anything challenging. Well, in some respect, that might be true. You know, obviously you have access to more resources and you receive better things and you're pampered to a certain degree. But in other ways, it's very emotionally difficult. There's a lot of expectation and there can be a lot of stress. And I just have learned that every human being on this planet, regardless of what their circumstances are or what their background is, or, you know, nowadays ethnicity seems to be a big topic, or sexuality or any of that stuff, everybody has challenges and uphill battles and are worthy of respect for such. You know, that's what I would say. You don't have to agree with everyone. You can have very strong disagreements with people and what their truth claims are, but everybody has some things that most everybody, I should say, that you can find some respect for. Let's go with this. That's a lot of pressure.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
Yeah, see, and it's a big deal. This is what's called an honor-shame culture. Real world, this is prevalent in the Middle East, and probably the primary example is India. the nation of India, the honor-shame culture. And it's a big deal, what she's talking about. What if we save the galaxy? Yeah.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes,
well, that's a bold
know.
statement.
But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
So we need to get her something practical to return, because that's what her people value. But it's my estimation that the biggest thing that she'll bring is perspective and a broader perspective of how things that are beyond just their flotilla can still impact them just as much as the Geth catastrophe.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Okay, fair enough.
I should go.
See you later.
Okay, so we're going to be doing a quest for her eventually. We need to track down Liara. That's the last one to speak to, I believe. All right. And she's in the medic bay. Is that up here? No, that was one deck down. Oh, no, wait. Maybe back here. Oh, no, I was wrong. That's the, okay, meeting room. Still don't know my own ship. This is the med bay. I don't think the doctor would have.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Let's get straight to the issue.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
Yeah, she was fully manipulated.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Yep, okay. That's a closure statement, so we don't need to pursue that, and you can see you don't have any dialogue options.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
I like how black and white she is. It's kind of charming. Yeah, we're short-lived, so we gotta seize the moment, kind of.
But we don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
Expand on that. Or diffuse it. I think it's typically best to have somebody explain their emotions a little bit more, rather than, because you can enter in, you have what's called lexicons of meanings. I learned this in a college class I took. So you have symbols, you have words. She gave us a really short statement here, but hidden within that statement is a whole lexicon of her vast experience that she's not able to transmit to us unless we were telepathic. So you want her to go ahead and elaborate before assuming you know what she's talking about. I do this too much. It's an accident. I always know instantly whenever I made that mistake. This is what we want to do.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
Yeah, this is an interesting dynamic. Also, I want to say, I'm making a lot of declarative statements. It comes out that way. I don't mean it to. That's just how I speak. But what I'm actually saying is, this is my perspective. This is what I'm putting on the table. If you disagree with that, or you have other insight, or you see another nuance, go ahead and put that in the comments section. I'm not one who is ready to say I'm right and everybody else's view is wrong. But I will phrase things sometimes in what we call truth claims. Like, I'll just make a statement rather than suggesting an opinion. Remarkable display of courage and heroism. You could have asked. Look that up. Yeah, let's go. You look that up.
Why are you so interested in me?
I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Oh, that's some strong messaging. Me or the beacon? That's trust issues right there. You're looking for angles in people. Like, what angle are you what's your ulterior motive here? Let's go. I want to believe that.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
Oh gosh, he still went down that road.
Your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that.
This is moving really fast.
Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Oh shoot, man! This whole thing between Liara and Ashley is gonna be epic. I guess we'll go with this one here. I was gonna say Ash is special because I like to talk people up, and somebody once told me I see the good in everybody. And I don't think it's because I'm naive. I've historically been good at finding out what people are talented at and then putting them in a position to succeed. And to do that, you have to be able to watch somebody's personality, and then regardless of where they might be messing up or what poor decisions they're making or how heartless or self-interested they seem to be, you have to be able to pick out. All of that is stuff that life puts on you. You know, people are coping or they're figuring out how to deal with the world around them. I'm looking for what you might call God-given talent. So I look past the flaws and I look for the natural, latent ability. So I would want to say Ash is special while expanding on the idea that she's a friend, right? Or she's part of the crew, or, you know, something like that. But I don't think that those are the options it's giving us here. And so I'm going to go it's not serious.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
Man, she's bold. I like that. She put herself out on that one. That was really gutsy. You know, for her, she's exposing herself here. Well, I don't want to say that. I guess we're going to go down this road now and start opening things up.
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
Oh, she worried about it. Yeah. This is what actually sticks out to me, but I'm nervous that this is the jerky answer. Because of how they got this game set up, you know, this is normally the Renegade option, and this is the Paragon. I want to say don't analyze it. Would that be condescending? Maybe I'll go, it doesn't have to.
These things never make sense. They just happen, and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
Oh man, this is, it's tempting to say the I'll protect you line. That's manipulative though, in my opinion. We have 3 games for this to develop in. I'm gonna cool the jets a little bit, and it's probably the wrong thing. Probably should just run with this right here, right now. You know, shoot the gap, go for gold. But in the interest of maybe everything is built on trust and credibility, right? I think I said that a couple games ago. In the interest of maybe a larger long-term payback and a more what I would consider genuinely interested and concerned for another person's welfare, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to try and get her to open up a little bit and expand her emotions rather than what I see as exploiting a vulnerable moment. This would be great for short term, but Shepard is supposed to be serious about her, right? So let's go with this one.
Don't tell me a little danger puts you off.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
Yeah, let's go. I understand.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
And that's how you get friend-zoned. But
let's just talk about something else for now.
Yeah. But what I want to see happen is something develop over a period of time, right? So we made a clear-cut choice there. We just threw cold water on everything. We derailed what was happening in the moment. But in the interest of, if there really is something between these two people, that isn't going away. She may get nervous and retreat back into her shell a little bit. That's all right. You just continue to be a source of someone who can be trusted with her. Maybe at one point in time you're going to have to overcome the friend zone thing. I don't know. We'll find out with Shepard. It's not like I'm an expert in these areas or anything like that, but that you can at least see what my thought process is and how I'm trying to play this. I'm looking for long-term viability. Okay, we've talked about these things before. So, and because it's a video game, it's not real life, you know, then I think we'll be okay with that over a period of 3 games.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Okay, let's open this up. Let's look at, so we have assignments here. Rex in particular is, I think I'm going to maybe try these. Let's knock out some assignments. Oh, especially since we've got all of our quests done. Oh no, Geth attack. Okay, let's knock out some assignments. And I'm going to try and do them kind of in rank order, like when we pick them up. Or maybe we can just go from the bottom up. Go to the Hydra system and the Argos Row cluster and investigate. Okay, so that's where we're headed. Oh, wrong place. Again, I don't know my own ship. It's kind of embarrassing. Hydra row cluster. Hydra system row cluster.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority
patch it
clearance.
through. Oh, from who?
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Okay, let's go check that out first.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Tavos. I don't remember Tavos, so what's this about? See, it says now you're helping me. I don't remember her.
What kind of information?
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
Oh, council member, okay. One of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
Sounds serious, and why wasn't I told? I don't need to know that. Yeah, get to the point.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static.
Okay.
The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Okay, where is Vermeer? Pharos, Novaria, and Artemis Tau Cluster, and Vermeer to find the clues that will lead you to the conduit before Saren. Okay. We're not going to be doing that right now. Although I was thinking of maybe doing something where it was like on the way. But, I don't know. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Hydra system, Argos Row Cluster. Again, look at missions. Veermeyer. Solarians. Let's find out where Veermeyer is on the map and see if we can roleplay this as we would stop somewhere on the way. Okay, so that's Novaria. Zoom out. Okay, here's the Milky Way. Got Novaria. Citadel is over here. Okay, here's Veermeyer. Armstrong Nebula, Voyager Cluster, Hades Gamma, Artemis Tau, Argos Row. So it actually is on the way. Hydra. Yes, travel to the Hydra system. So that's another system checked out. We just completed this area. What a fantastic game. It's too bad it kind of went off the rails late
Commander,
in the series.
urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
How many casualties so far?
17 Marines were killed in the simulation exercises before we realized what had happened. That's when we contacted you. VI support is critical to our military success. They process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. But as advanced as this thing is at military strategy, it's still just a VI. It's not self-aware, and it's completely disengaged from any networks. That's where you come in. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core, and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can't affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
All right. They are Metcos, Canroom, Varmalis, and Seba. So, work from the outside in. Seba is a standard Neptune-type gas giant. The upper cloud decks of its hydrogen-helium atmosphere tinted a dramatic blue by traces of methane. We can survey it. Large concentration of helium-3. Okay, on this we have Canrum, sorry. Canrum is a small rocky world with a trace atmosphere of methane and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of magnesium and silicates with deposits of carbon. Canrum was the site of the warlord Shiagur's defeat by Turian peacekeeping forces during the Krogan rebellions. While this band was not especially powerful, Shiagur was a female warlord and one of the few remaining fertile females at that. She had, through viciousness and cunning, parlayed her unique value into a position of power. Krogan males competed for the right to join her band and lie with her. When Shiagur's death was announced, vengeful male Krogan admirers near and far swore blood oaths against the participating Turian crews. In the end, several thousand of the Turian participants were killed in open combat or through assassination. To this day, many Krogan proudly proclaim that they have the blood of Shiagur. Interesting. Scans of the planet Canrum revealed dangerous levels of radiation coming from orbit. Chief Engineer Adams conducted further scans and discovered the remains of an ancient warhead marked with the Parthia colony insignia. What's important about the Parthia colony? Is that what this group was here? Okay, the third one in, Thayar. Thayar is a large gas giant with traces of chlorine and sodium in its atmosphere. It also has a significant amount of water vapor in the clouds of its upper atmosphere. Thayar was struck by an asteroid at least 12 kilometers in diameter within the last 100 years. The superheating caused by the impactor's atmospheric passage created a large bank of vicious storms along the equatorial band. And next one in brings us to Metcos.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Okay, warning, level 2 heat hazard. Metcos is a large terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Its hot surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of potassium and heavy metals. It is a mineralogical treasure trove with concentrated heavy elements constantly being brought to the surface by volcanic activity. Metcos is inhospitable and dangerous, and expeditions must be well prepared to survive any length of time. With its high mass, heat-trapping clouds, and constant volcanic venting, Metcos seemed well on its way to becoming a Venusian pressure cooker world. Okay, before we land, because I will likely forget, let's go ahead and survey Varmalis, or at least look at it. Varmalis has a thick atmosphere of nitrogen and helium. Its surface is scorching hot, mainly composed of alumina with deposits of borax. The planet has an extensive network of subterranean caves formed over the millennia by volcanic processes. In these relatively cool areas, some primitive life has developed. Alright. And then back to Metcos, where we will land and then save it. Okay, I want to go ahead, I'm going to bring Liara, and I want to bring Rex. Oh, that does leave us with no tech. That's okay. And I can't bring more, right? Yeah. Except... So we're combat and biotic heavy. Rex and I should be really pressing aggressively while Liara stays back and supports via biotics and first aid. Achievement unlocked, Medal of Exploration. Nice. Okay, we will create a new save. Well, I can only hope you guys are enjoying this game as much as I am. I think this game is absolutely fascinating. It has somehow, even though I've played it before, somehow grabbed me once again. And I say it almost every episode. Fantastic game, fantastic game, fantastic game. Whenever I said too bad it went off the rails later on, one is that a lot of people didn't really like how Mass Effect 3 ended. I'm thinking maybe they could have cleaned that up a little bit better, but mostly I'm thinking Andromeda. I've never played Mass Effect Andromeda. I heard, though, nothing good about it. Nothing. Everybody hated that game. And supposedly, after all the patches and stuff, I guess the game is somewhat playable now, but I don't see how you can fix the script writing. I don't know how much truth there is to this, but the guy who wrote the script, I read some stuff about him and some of the tweets that he released that were absolutely just trash bag human being comments. some really, really abysmal things that most of us find absolutely heinous and have spent significant effort in trying to combat. And I'll kind of leave it at that. But I mean, some truly disgusting stuff and some really warped views. So I never even touched Andromeda. So perhaps I'm wrong in my assessment of that. If you liked Andromeda, put it in the comments. Tell me why you liked it. Maybe I'll take a look at that in the future. But man, I kept that thing. I just never even had any plans at all of playing Mass Effect Andromeda, and I haven't really heard anything since then that's changed my mind. So that's just to explain to you what I was talking about whenever I was thinking too bad it went off the rails, you know. But anyway, we'll go ahead and close it out on that. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by this channel. I hope you like what you saw, and I will see you in the next episode where this story continues.